Warning, this program features viewpoints of our host, our guest. They're their own viewpoints. These viewpoints may not represent other hosts, other guests, individuals, or their employers. So please enjoy the show. This is our first
Like an AI recording?
Good morning, my beautiful listeners, or afternoon, or whenever you're listening to this. This is James, the Ghost Set Killer, Put 'em on the Glass podcast, and we got another educational show today, and our guest is...
I'm Corey with Delta Kits. What's good, everybody?
Yeah, Corey with Delta Kids. Man, your guys' show is fire. I know I probably should have said this shit offline, but your guys' show is fire. I am loving it, and I know we did a show before about all the stuff. And by the way, thank you for doing that show about the podcasting and media and content creation, because right now I've got my new selfie stick with the magnetic tripod. I bought one of those ND filters for when I'm doing filming outside, and so thank you for that, because it's just going to make the show better for all of my guests and myself. But today we're going to talk about how someone can get into the windshield repair game and then pass the windshield repair certification that the AGSC offers. Go ahead and just give us some information, Corey.
All right, cool. So when it comes to windshield repair, like anything you're going to get involved with, right? You want to research it, right? Figure out if it is for you, right? And if it is for you, let's just not be a do-it-yourself. This is a professional thing, and we want to get like some professional training, right? So when you first start out, you're actually getting with an equipment manufacturer, and all equipment manufacturers offer some sort of training, right? So that starts first, in my opinion. You get with your equipment manufacturer, you figure out, okay, cool. What do they recommend? What are their steps and all of that, right? So now, we cooking, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we doing this. We trying to do it the way they want it done, because they know best. They manufacture the equipment, right? So
Mm-hmm.
after we do that, now it's time to actually go check out the Auto Glass Safety Council's website. And within that is the National Windshield Repair Division. That's for windshield repair only. So if you're doing replacements and repairs, or if you're just doing repair only, what we're focusing on now, you check out their website. They got a wealth of information on there, from the ROLAGS, which is repair of laminated automotive glass standard, that puts the best possible practices for windshield repair in writing, and it's in one spot on the website. And most equipment manufacturers, they follow that ROLAGS standard. So you're already doing that, but here it is, it's in writing and everything is there. And so now that you understand in ROLAGS, understanding your equipment manufacturer, the last part is the NWRD certification test, right? And so it's have a manual on there. You can you should now, before we get the manual, we want to actually sign up, right? Sign up and be a part of this organization. It's peanuts compared to what it would take as far as the cost goes, right? And you want to master what you're doing, but you also want to have give that comfort to your customer base, right? Mm-hmm. So the expense isn't nothing, in my opinion, right? So now we become a member. Now we get the manual. We read that manual, and then we can actually take the online certification test for the NWRD. But the cool part is, which I did one of these in January in where were we at? Ontario,
California. Yep.
Yeah, so we did a boot camp there. They actually have another boot camp coming up in May in San Antonio, and then it'll be another one in September along with Auto Glass Week. So they actually have hands-on boot camps where you can actually learn and get in-person stuff, or if you aren't able to make any of those, you can actually just read the manual and do everything online on their website. So in the gist of it, that's how I would do it. Start with my equipment manufacturer, follow their training and certification steps, then read ROLAGS, make sure I'm in compliance with following the ROLAGS standard, then get the NWRD manual, then take the NWRD test.
Okay, so with the NWRD test, you want all that experience coming together. But like, if you had to pick one after you learned your repair manufacturers procedures, that's the
Yeah.
most important thing in my opinion, because you got to get your hands on it to get the feel of. What
Right.
document would you rely on, or would you just say no, both Rolags and the manual? What would you want for them to best chance to pass the test on the first try?
All right, so passing the test on the first time, right? So the way I look at it here, right, is kind of common sense. A lot of it, 20% of it is going to be common sense stuff that you probably should already know. But from learning from your equipment manufacturer, like for us at Delta Kits, we actually offer hands-on training. I'm actually in Arizona right now, finna do some training the next 2 days in Phoenix and in Tempe, right? So from learning from your manufacturer, they're going to pretty much have you on the right track to pass this test, right? So
Mm-hmm.
so you're gonna have that under you, but after that, reading the manual, explain it, and just giving you a test question, right? So I drop some jewels for you real quick.
Yeah.
Within the Rolex, it tells you the driver's primary viewing area. What is a DPV? That's the driver's primary viewing area. That's explained in Rolex. That's also explained by your equipment manufacturer, and that's also explained in the NWRD manual. So that would explain what a DPV is, the driver's primary viewing area. It also would explain in Rolex and in the NWRD manual how many repairs you can do within the driver's primary viewing area and those type things. So I would say if you're going to do it, and this is the thing that a lot of people talk about, they don't want hacks in the industry, right? So if you're getting in the industry and you can't take it serious in regards to your equipment manufacturer and in regards to learning Rolex and understanding Rolex and trying to get certified through the NWRD, you probably shouldn't get in the industry, right? It's not much
Mm-hmm.
to do that. So I would say go all the way in because you want to be good at what you do and you want to give your customers a peace of mind when they come to you in regards to you're trained, you're certified, and you know what you're doing.
Yeah, and I would recommend, if you are getting into the windshield repair industry, just like choosing an appropriate ISO 9001 urethane, make sure you're choosing a windshield repair manufacturer, kit manufacturer that they offer a training.
Right.
The worst thing is to get a tool or a piece of equipment that doesn't come with the training, maybe just a little booklet, or some videos or something, just some form of training, not just here you go, figure it out. And, pick one that has sales reps that are available to you, I guess you would
Right.
say. Trainers, sales reps that are available to you for when you have that sticky moment that you're just not sure of before you take your test, and before you have all the knowledge base, that you could reach out and be like, hey, take Corey for example. Hey Corey, I got this rock chip and it looks pretty gnarly, man. Like, and I'm not really sure my techniques. And Corey's going to say, "Well, I tell you what, James, take a picture and send it to me." And then he's gonna walk me through that. Um, I do recommend highly, if you're going to get one, make sure you get one that has a training program, because that's going to set you on
I,
the right course.
Yeah, I agree with you on that end. Get with the equipment manufacturer. Here's something new. The same something, another piece that I would add to this, right? A
Mhm.
lot of people, this is the way that they go. They want to do windshield repair. Then they get on the internet and they get all their information. For me, I would say do it exactly backwards. You want to do windshield repair, get with your equipment manufacturer so you know the equipment and you're trained up on the equipment. Then follow the Rolex standard, then get NWRD certified, then get on the internet, right? Because when you go on the internet is a scary place to be at times when it comes to information. You can ask somebody just the same way, hey, Corey, how do I do this repair? You can upload that same photo online and
Yeah.
boy, you would get crucified or you would get a
Oh.
million different responses. So I always say get the foundation first from the equipment manufacturer, understand what you're doing and how you're doing it. And then after you feel comfortable with your foundation and what you're doing, then get on the internet and ask questions. And then sometimes when you see those answers, it makes sense, but you also,
Mm-hmm.
you have a foundation. But when you just jump on the internet, man,
Yeah.
you're going to see all types of stuff. So
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I would tell people who are looking to get into the industry and worried about training is get on the internet last.
Yeah, no, 100%. Get on the internet last. I know it's easy to, if you want to do something, Google search it. If you're Google searching revenue and things like that, okay, I can kind of see your area to picking that up. But when it comes to techniques and it comes to repairable chips and it comes to, no one's going to be able to tell you better how their equipment will function than the manufacturer. I
Right.
mean, they all have their own nuances and their own differences and their own little, ways of doing it. and your equipment manufacturers are they've done the research. They know how their equipment works.
Yeah.
So make sure that you follow their recommendations, and then you'll add your personal flair and everything afterwards. But I agree with you, Corey. Get the foundations first for your equipment manufacturer. And if you've been in the repair game a long time and you've never taken your repair equipment manufacturer's training, do it.
Yeah.
Do it. I mean, it's not going to cost you anything. It's just do it, and then go to these boot camps is the best way, because you're going to get like professional training from someone that's on the standard or on the boards and helps with this, and then you'll get that chance to take the test for free.
Yeah, you get to take
The 10.
Yeah, so you get to take the test for free. Let's just take, for example, at Autoglass Week coming up in September. So if you ain't signed up for Reno, sign up, right?
Yeah.
That's a plug for Autoglass Week right there, right? So now you're gonna get to kill two birds with one stone. If you come and just using Delta Kits, for example, we got a booth there. You can get hands-on training from us at there, but also you're gonna get the NWRD training. You're gonna get the networking opportunity, and you get to see everything that's going on in the industry. So you get all of it all in one in Reno, for example, on that end. But let's just say you can't make it to Reno and you were in San Antonio. It's the glass expo down there. You can take that boot camp and boom, you got the information. And if you're not even interested in traveling, say traveling ain't your thing, you can easily go on their website and you can get the training manual. You can get all the materials that you need. So it's no excuse on why you can't do it. It's just a matter of when and how you want to do it. But all the resources are there for you to actually get trained up from your equipment manufacturer and from the NWRD, which is part of the Auto Glass Safety Council.
Yeah, if you go agsc.org and you can research all that, become a member so you get the 3 free tests or you get a reduced rate on your testing. Yeah. But if you go to the boot camps, like Corey and I have just told you, that you can test for free. They'll send you a link to test for free to become certified. Another cool thing about Auto Glass Week plug coming in, any Auto Glass Week plug coming in, not only do you have the chance to attend that boot camp for free, unless you're a non-member registering on the day of, then it's like $25. But if you pre-register, even if you're not a member, it's free. You will see a lot of demonstrations from the repair equipment manufacturers on the floor. On the show floor, you're going to get to see all these different techniques and styles, and they're not the same. They perform the same basic job, but they all have their own, and you got to pick the repair kit that fits your style, that fits within your budget, fits what you're looking to do within your business. And do they all work? Yeah, they all work. But what comes down to someone, okay, I'm going to tell you guys like this. Someone who kind of sucks at repairs. Okay? You got to find that repair kit, because I've used a bunch of them that actually fit your styles, because my repairs are probably a 7 out of 10. But with the right techniques, they could be a 10 out of 10. And I'm kind of working towards that. But like now that I care about that a little bit more, because I see the value in it. I see the customer added value in it, but I was so focused on so long on being the best replacement technician I could be that my repairs took a little bit of a back seat. I'm not going to try to pretend and lie, but if you're focused on repairs, you can achieve a 10 out of 10 repair with any kit that is reputable on the market. We're not talking going down to Napa and picking up a repair kit and we're not talking about doing a Toomey search or whatever that thing, not Toomey. What is that? Temu. No, I watch that Roku channel a lot. Tubi. I love that channel. And so like every time I get those two mixed up and it comes out to me, I don't know why, but it does. So don't get that. Get it from a reputable place and get yourself a good repair kit and learn the techniques that is particular to that repair kit. And you'll have the 10 out of 10 repairs. And then you can take the testing. It's a knowledge-based test as far as its written test. How many questions are on that test, Corey? Do you know?
Yeah, it's like a bank of like 40 questions, and everything is covered. Like if you attend one of the boot camps, so like when I do the boot camps, we actually go over the manual. We do a whole Q&A session where it's other technicians there, right? So say you're new or you're a seasoned vet. Every time someone comes there, they learn somebody in the room who's been a seasoned vet or new, they will actually walk away and learn something new that they might not have known, because you're not only just listening, for example, me when I'm up there talking, that I'm talking, I'm explaining. everything about windshield repair, but you're also learning from other technicians, and these technicians from all over the world, and you're hearing their experience from the Q&A part and the networking part, right? So 40 questions, straightforward, information that the knowledge, like we always say, knowledge is power. You can learn what you need to learn from that. So I tell people just straight up, the only liable limitation is yourself. You feel what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah.
If you want to get involved in this, everything is there. All the resources are there. It's just a matter of how serious you want to take it. And if you're trying to get to that next level to master your craft.
The only limitation is yourself. That is amazing. Like the self-worth campaign that my friend AJ's putting on, the 1% better that Kaizen puts on, your knowledge, know better, do better. The only limitation, dude, I love talking to you. It's always got these, you're laced with all these little, hey, let's get up and do it. That's amazing. I love talking to you about this stuff. But I have sat through your boot camp, I've sat through a couple of them now. And I passed the test first time, every time, done all that, but every time it's time to re-up, you know what I mean? I say, well, might as well sit in, because you don't know what changes. There's a lot of things that change behind the scenes that, okay, it's not 100% public yet, but now I know it because I attended a boot camp that was taught by, an industry professional that is involved in all the changes that take place with the windshield repair. Now, this is not pertaining to the test, but there's a lot of technicians that are focused just on repair, and there's a lot looking to come into repair. The lucrative side of repair, it's there, right? Like you can start there. It's there, right? Like you could build a empire off of that, correct?
Yeah, I tell you a good story, right? So I just touched down in Arizona, right? So we train people and then meet people all over, right? So a guy been training, the company's called Quack Windshield Repair, right? Yeah, name's Tom. So I show up, I've been talking to him since first of the year, and he been wanting to get involved in windshield repair. So he got into it. And now it's just really, he's in Arizona and he's like, I just want to make some supplement my money, right? So boom, he's doing that. So tell him how to do things. And when it comes to windshield repair like us, we help you all the way from the repair to the marketing side. So tell him the ideas and things he can do. So he's like, all right, cool. I'm going to set up at a Sam's location, right? Set up at a Sam's. So stop by to go see him. And he's 3 weeks in, and he's done 45 repairs, right? So 45 repairs at this mall, at this Sam's location where people, it's good steady flow of traffic. 45 repairs at an average of $75 a rock chip. It's money in it.
So supplemental income.
Yeah, so it's good money in it. It takes you about 15 minutes of time to do the repair, then add the customer interaction in, add about another 5-10 minutes depending on how long-winded you are. But you got pretty much 30 minutes to do the repair, sell the customer, go through all the paperwork and all that, and then get to the next repair if you want to get to another one. So it's money in it, it's opportunities in it, and if you're already doing work, for example, you're a tire shop, you're a car wash, you can do windshield repairs. It doesn't take away from your existing business. All it will do is just help you generate more revenue. And if you're doing replacements and you want to do repair, it don't take away from the replacements because everything isn't replaceable. It's always a time for just a repair, or you might be able to pick up a couple repair jobs here or there. So it's an easy add-on is the way I look at it.
Easy add-on. It's value added to your let's say you're doing replacements, because that's, but it's a value added for a couple reasons. You could use it for the marketing of, like we offer 2 free rock chip repairs with every replacement if you get one in the future. You do a rock chip, and even though it's structurally sound for the life of a vehicle, now you offer chip inspections every 3 to 6 months that you email out to these people, and then they're coming back, and then you can see if they have more rock chip repair, if they have more rock chips, or now it's like, hey, it's sand pitted, and you can upsell the windshield, to a windshield. You can get your foot in the door because that first initial lower impact, it makes them feel, okay, well, they took care of me and this is lasted, and now it's time for an actual windshield. Okay, so now I'll go with them because that's who I know, it's who I trust. So it's a value added in a lot of different businesses, like you said, car washes, tire repair facilities, automotive repair facilities. It's a value added to your business. So yes, do it. But if you're going to do it, like Corey said, take time to invest in yourself by becoming certified.
Yep.
Be a serious professional.
Yep. Be a serious professional. Take time to get certified. It's a ton of information out there, from equipment manufacturers to Auto Glass Safety Council to the Rolex to the NWRD. So it's a ton of resources out there for you. And some of them are free and some do cost like the NWRD, but it's not much.
Yeah. It's peanuts to what you're going to be making. And you're also helping build a structure around your profession that will
Right.
kind of protect your profession. You know what I mean? It'll help you weather storms sometimes, you know, so you need that organization to, it is peanuts, but it does help build a structure around what you're doing. And it shows the professionalism, and it shows the, you know, it's an industry to be taken seriously. So Corey, I told you I wouldn't take up much of your time. We're right at the 20-minute mark. I thank you for coming on. Let's reinforce the get with the equipment manufacturer first,
Yep.
then get the Rolag standard,
Yep.
then get the NWRD manual, and then take your test or
Mm-hmm.
attend a boot camp and do it all kind of at the same time, like at Reno, because you're going to see the equipment.
Uh-huh.
Then you got to pick an equipment manufacturer, like, okay, whether it's, I know I'm going to forget somebody, whether it's Delta, whether it's Novus, whether it's, what's that other one,
I
Glasswell,
name
whether
all up
it's,
for you. You go. You got
you can,
Novus,
yeah.
Novus, Glasswell, Glass Mechanics, Tri-Glass, Clear Shield, Glass Technology. So it's a ton of them out there. But do your homework, figure out whatever works for you. And like James said, if you're unsure and you want to get started in the industry, come to Auto Glass Week. You can learn about windshield repairs, windshield replacements. You can even learn about tint and reps, because this is the whole tent side of the show. So if you're looking to get into this side of the automotive glass industry, come to Auto Glass Week. You can learn from it there, and you actually will get a boot camp. So there you go.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, Corey. All right, thanks, man. And let's plug your show. You have a show that comes out weekly, correct? What's the name of that show?
Auto Glass Tech Talk. We do Auto Glass Tech Talk. We do that weekly, and monthly we do the Wisecrack, which is Delta Kits. That's all on our stuff. We got a monthly newsletter. We have videos, tips, tricks, techniques, and stuff like that. Just windshield repair only based. But Auto Glass Tech Talk, that's me, and shout out Drift Chris. We do that. We interview technicians all over the world, from anybody related to the auto glass industry. We're just talking glass, and just trying to get knowledge and share other stories.
Okay, so the Auto Glass Tech Talk, is it public or is it just throughout the groups?
It's public. It's on the groups. It's, on Auto Glass Tech Talk is a closed Facebook group, but it's also on YouTube if you just search Auto Glass Tech Talk.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, if you go and search Auto Glass Tech Talk, and let them know you heard it here, let them know you've seen it here, and put them on the glass. Because it's a great show. I tune in every week, and I was fiending for it, like we talked about on the last one. So I'm glad it's back. And again, thank you, Corey.
No problem, brother. Take care.